So today we're walking around one of my favorite parks. And I just want to show you this active beehive. It's been here for years. It's inside this big tree. So if you back up over here, you can see the hole right there. And the bees are coming in and out of it. So it's a pretty big tree. And there's a sign that gives you more information about it. But it has been here for years. And if you read the sign, it'll tell you why they're swarming and the buzz about the bees and how the bees are in trouble due to pesticides. And bees are very important for us. They pollinate. So 1/3 of the food we eat is in some way a product of honeybee pollination. So the bees are very, very important. So you just want to leave them alone and let them live there. Keep your distance. One of the prettiest parts about this park is the moms section. It's a beautiful tribute to those that have passed away. And if you come up closer and read, it stands for the memories of missing smiles. It symbolizes a family's love, a friend's loss, and a community's compassion. The love for our children and the memory of their smiles will live on in our hearts forever. So as you walk through here, there's a beautiful waterfall. Lots of people like to come to take pictures for the prom or homecoming or weddings in front of the waterfall. There's a big koi pond and there's benches with tributes to loved ones all throughout. Let's take a look. All right, this is the beautiful waterfall. And if you just want to sit right on the edge, you could just sit here for hours listening to the music. Well, it's like music, the beautiful sounds of the water. I used to love coming here. I tell you, I was at this park when I lived here at least 5 days a week. This is one of my favorite places to come and walk and just hang out and find some peace.
Back then you were working at the post office, weren't you? Did you not find peace working at the post office?
No, I did not. So after I got done delivering mail, I used to go to the gym and go to the park to walk. So I was very fit when I lived in Ocala. They have a lot of parks here and a lot of gyms. I miss that about Ocala. Levy County doesn't have all that. Now we're walking to the big koi pond. Hopefully it's clear enough to see them. Some days it is, some days it isn't. It's been a few years since I've been here. So let's see what we see. I hope we can see them. They're pretty big.
I see some turtles already.
Oh yeah, you can see them. They're really big. Look at them all come. They think you're going to feed them. And I guess if I had food I would, but I don't. Water's cool. But yeah, there's a bunch of them in here. They did a really good job building this. And as you can see, all throughout there's little memorials. See down here? We'll have different memorials on benches, on rocks, all throughout this little section of the park. I know over here this first bench is a tribute to John Travolta's son that passed away. jet. I think it's a beautiful phrase they have on it. And you can sit right there. Oh, look at that turtle just sunning himself. I call that turtle yoga. Turtle yoga. He's enjoying all the tranquilness of this area. And I love that waterfall off to the side. It just runs down. I used to love sitting over here. You see all the fish swimming through. This rock right here is cool because it's a little bench. Did you see this? You can sit right here. It's like a little bench.
Oh yeah.
So you could just sit here and listen to the waterfall. It's great. Check out this bench back here. I love what it says. It's a tribute to Jet Travolta. It says, "Earth is better for you having lived.
It's pretty clear.
We thank you for..." Oh, it's hard to read these days. "We thank you for coming to us."
Yeah, doesn't John Travolta have property in Ocala?
It's right outside. Well, the Ocala post office does deliver his mail, yes. But it's close to Anthony also. He lives in, oh my gosh, brain fart. What is the name of that community? I'm sure y'all know. Wow. I can't even think of the name of it right now.
It'll come to you.
At 3 a.m. Bam! That was it. I know I went to a Christmas party over there one year when I first moved here for Cheney Brothers. And there's benches close to this waterfall too. Oh, look at the flowers. The variety is blooming. You don't get to see those too often, so.
Oh. I could just sit here and listen to that forever. Jambalaya. That's the name of it. Jambalaya, that's right.
Jambalaya, yes. There's the trivia for the day. This is a nice tribute board. Shows the pictures of loved ones that are missed. And here's a nice little walkway, and there's stones here that people have put with different scripture or just sentiments of love. They did a beautiful job on this park. It's just a little treasure. Very peaceful. Great place to honor your loved ones. This tree right here is one of the coolest trees in here. It's so big. You got limbs going out down into the floor. It's massive. Providing some wonderful shade. They've been able to leave this one pretty much be because wherever the limbs go down is not where people are walking.
What are you doing?
Working out. This park has a bunch of workout stations all throughout. It's so much fun. When I used to come all the time, I'd hit all these stations, add a little extra to your walk. That thing is a balancing thing.
Oh.
So, I don't know if I can do it anymore. I used to, actually, when I was in shape, I used to do squats on here. Like, but
Yeah.
it really adds. I can't do it like I used to. Wow. I'm pretty out of shape.
Yeah,
See?
me too.
Should have stayed in Marion County.
I think once we get on the road and we start hitting these military campgrounds, I think we'll stay in shape because they got gyms and that'll be part of our routine.
Yeah.
But where it is now, yeah, there's a gym in Chiefland, but it's so outrageously priced.
Yeah.
We're
well,
just
now
not
they have
willing
two,
to
but
do
they're
it.
still pretty high priced. And
Right.
right over near here, there's a Planet Fitness. So when I
Yeah.
lived here, I actually used to come walk the park, then go work out.
Yeah.
And then there's a bowling alley right there. Everything
Yeah.
is right here.
It's right here. Yeah.
And I miss that about living in Ocala.
Yeah.
Levy doesn't have any of that stuff.
There's a lot they don't have, like
Yeah.
a Publix,
Yeah, they don't have a Publix either.
like an Aldi's,
Yep. I don't know why Levy blocks all the good stuff.
or I don't know if it works that way. I heard that one Winn-Dixie in Williston is supposed to be becoming an Aldi's, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but
I'm pretty sure they have had some powers to block things.
I'm sure.
Pretty sure.
This whole, the whole Levy County is sus. But this is a beautiful park. There's a little something for everyone. You had kids' toys, you had big boy toys, the basketball courts, volleyball nets, and these are open to the public. This whole thing is free. You saw a baseball field where youth sports takes place. You see a football field, a baseball field. There's
even a dog park hooked
Yeah.
onto the front of it. Now it's gated off away from here so the dogs aren't in here, but it's attached.
Right.
And then when the youth teams are playing football and whatnot, it's all gated off and it gets pretty packed in here, and it's a good time for all the families to come see the kids playing. I used to like to watch when some of my friends' kids were playing football or cheerleading, and you see all the little pee-wees out here giving it their all. Just so cute.
There's also a water park.
Yeah, there's
A
water
small
park
water park on the corner of this park.
attached to it, which has a nice pool in there during the summer, and I know that costs money and there's sessions, but it's still something good to do in
Hey,
the summer with the kids.
It's something Levy County doesn't
Yeah.
have.
Me and my sister and my I can't even speak right now. And all the kids used to come here. There's even a nice field where you could play frisbee or just sit, and some people used to get their suntan going on out here.
Yeah.
So there's lots of different things. There's also tennis courts. What else? Racquetball courts. That might be about it. Then you got all the baseball field.
And you
Lots
got
of pavilions.
and several loops of walking trails that connect, and you can
Yeah.
pick the distance
Yeah,
on how
there's
much you want to
three
walk.
different
Yeah.
loops. One is nice and shaded, so during the summertime you could just walk that loop continuously because there's lots of trees. We'll see there's a board up here that tells you the breakdown of how many miles each loop is. But it's a nice park, and it's one of my favorites. I do love also Tuscaloosa, the Greenway, because I lived closer to the Greenway, and that's huge. And that has, I don't remember how many loops, more than 3, or at least 3, but it's much larger.
Yeah, it's bigger.
And it's more woodsy.
Yeah.
And then there's a playground at the front of that. And another good park is Shalom Park, which is out west. And That's a real pretty, peaceful place. I've heard they've done some new things to it that I need to go check out one of these days.
And Ocala is a thriving city right now, one of the fastest growing cities, because a lot of the people down south, as it becomes overpopulated, they're starting to migrate north and they're coming to Ocala.
Yeah, just ask the male people in Ocala, because the
How it's
routes are
blowing
growing
up.
fast.
Yeah.
They are hardworking people.
Yeah, another 10 years, this might be another Miami-Dade right here. Who knows?
Ugh.
Ugh.
I mean, you can't blame people for wanting to go where it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice here. And this is Marion County. It does border Levy County.
I wonder if I can still do those leg things. Man, when I was in shape, I could do all of that.
Yeah,
Right.
me too. I used to could run, and I can't run now.
Yeah, when you get older, things are a little different. And then when you haven't been doing things, it's way different. But you can get back in shape. You just gotta start out slow.
I used to play racquetball quite a bit.
The
And I was
biggest thing you gotta
stationed
do
in
is change
Korea
your
mostly.
eating.
Yeah. And that's hard when you're, when you're stagnant.
Well, it's all
But-
about discipline.
It is. It's hard.
And right now, we got the monkey on our back, that sugar
Yeah.
monkey.
We got to knock that monkey off our
Okay.
back.
This is gonna be pathetic, I'm sure.
There you go. Yeah, I used to like this one.
I can't lift them as high as I used to. Oh, I need to do that a lot more.
Yeah. We definitely have to get back into it.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
There's
Up
that
here-
dog park right there behind the fence. You can see it.
Oh yeah. There's also the board over here that tells you about the different loops. And the good thing about this park too is there's a lot of parking all over the park if you just want to go to certain sections.
Yeah, I've seen 3 or 4 parking lots already on the outskirts.
And the YMCA is right next to it. The health department is right next to it. There's a lot right here. The bowling alley right there.
Yeah, you can see it here.
There's a Publix right
Right
there.
across the road, there's the bowling alley with the red banner across the top of it.
It's a nice place.
And right on the other side, as you walk around, is Planet Fitness. There's some eateries over there. There's a Wawa gas station.
That's new. In the summer times, I used to get the summer pass at that bowling alley,
Yeah.
and you could bowl 3 games a day. And I would come up there with my headphones and just bowl by myself, then come to the park, then go to the gym. That's why I was so fit. I was always go, go, go. Oh, they changed the little. It's been a while since I've been up here. This used to tell you all the loops and the mileage on it.
Anything on the back?
Nope.
Wow.
Okay, well, I guess we'll be guessing on that one.
I'd say it's a couple miles, though, the loops.
I think it's about 2 miles with all the loops, if I remember correctly. So on a good day, I would walk this 3 times.
It's a good sized park. As far as city blocks, what would you say? It's either 2 or 4 city blocks?
I don't know.
I forget what a city block is, what,
I don't know all that.
800 feet or something? I forget.
But yeah, it's definitely a nice place. Even when I was taking college classes, after work, I'd go to some college classes and I'd come here and do my homework. Sitting at the bench, picnic bench, do your homework, nice and peaceful. Great place. And up ahead you can see the tennis courts off in the distance.
Yep, and the water park there.
But we'll get a closer shot of that for y'all. Check out the pool over there. They got water slides too. I'm thinking I could go in there right now. That would be fun. Why is it closed? This is Florida. I never understood that. We don't have seasons.
Yeah.
Open up. And then you got the tennis courts right here. And then off in the back, the racquetball courts. Me and my sister used to come up here and play racquetball a lot. It was a lot of fun. Sometimes my nieces and nephews would come and walk with us. A lot of fun. Really miss the parks in Ocala.
Somebody's on the racquetball court there.
I think there's only 3 parks that have racquetball courts, if I'm not mistaken, in Ocala. I don't remember if Tuscaloosa still has them or not, but Cahajo actually has ones that have part of they're like enclosed.
Oh,
So that's pretty neat, except for in the summer it can get a little hot in there. It's just got walls around it and a back wall. The top is not totally enclosed, but it still gets steamy. And then down on 17th Street, there's another park, I can't remember the name of it, that has racquetball courts that we used to play at too.
what are you doing now?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm enjoying my double D's. Cafe con leche, baby.
Wow.
Your future is bright. Join the Dunkin' team.
All right, while we're in Ocala today, I had to stop in the downtown area, check out the square. So much has changed from when I first moved here. It was about 2006 when I moved to Ocala, maybe 2005, but a lot has changed here. And I can tell you, if you look right over here, that's the back of Town Hall, which sometimes they have concerts and movies over there. They have a splash pad for the kids. And recently, which is probably not so recent anymore, if you look to your right, there's a new Bank Street patio bar, which we've been inside there before, and they had a bunch of little food truck drink bars open. I don't know what their hours are, but it was a nice place to hang out. And we're just gonna walk around right now and see what else there is and just do a real quick walk through the square. I do miss it on holidays, Christmas time. We used to go, they had horse-drawn carriages and you could get hot chocolate, and that was a lot of fun.
I remember all these trees were draped in icicle lights too.
They
That's
do
pretty
a
cool.
fantastic job. They have a huge Christmas tree on the square. They had a Grinch walking around one year. So it's always fun to come up here during Christmas time, and they'll have different kids. They'll have Santa Claus under the gazebo. Lots of fun. Let's walk around real quick and see what we got going on.
Sounds good.
Now, if you're on the square, my favorite place to get some ice cream, I don't know if you heard me with the motorcycle, favorite place for ice cream on the square is over here across the street. And this is also the same place that during Christmas time we would get the hot chocolate from. They have some really good ice cream over here. And this is just a block off the square. It's been here. They have delicious chocolates, fudge, chocolate covered strawberries. So if you got a sweet tooth, go there and check them out. Okay, so now we're on the square, and like I said, it has changed a lot. If you look right over here to your right real quick, this is the Hilton that they built. That's relatively new. I'm not sure what year. It's probably been a few years, but that wasn't there before, and I was surprised when they put that in. And if you pan over your right, also this Cantina restaurant is newer. I have not tried that one, and if you keep going, you'll see Harry's Seafood. Delicious. They've got great stuff there. Even that candy shop, I've never been to that. There's a bunch of new stuff here, and there's lots of dining and little clubs. But right here on the square, I wanted to show you these painted horses. So there's 2 of them on the square, and all over Ocala they have these painted horses that different artists have done, and they change them periodically. I know the Veterans Park has a beautiful one. Maybe another time we can stop and see. But if you look got a great paint job going on, and that's called the World Champ.
And these painted horses is kind of a theme of Ocala. Ocala has one of the largest world equestrian centers here. And now the painted horse theme.
And they've been doing the painted horses for years, and there's a few different spots all over Ocala that has them, and there'll be a plate in front that has the artist's name. I know one time they had one where there was money, like quarters and coins, glued to it, and some people were peeling them off, which is so rude. But I don't know, people do interesting things. But if you look to the left, you'll see the gazebo, and they do different shows here with bands, and they have prayer on the square. Sometimes Meadowbrook Church comes out here and does a lot of great things. Love Meadowbrook Church.
Yep. Shout out to Meadowbrook Church.
Yeah, if you're in Ocala, check them out. Pastor Tim is awesome.
It's non-denominational.
And I mean, there's other great pastors there too. Pastor Sean. I can't name them all, but they're all good.
He's got a team of them, like
they're
12
all
of
good.
them.
It's a great team, so check them out. And the space they have for the children is amazing.
Yes.
They do a great job there. But this is a really cool
So
square.
this is the famous square in Ocala.
And right here is where they'll put the big Christmas tree over there. During Christmas time, and Santa will usually be up here. And you have a lot of stuff around the square, the Brick City, Mark's Steakhouse, and I think a block over you'll have the Ivy House, which is delicious.
Oh, yeah. I took you
love
there.
the Ivy House. That was one of our first dates.
Woo.
When I was still living in Ocala.
In fact, that picture's on my phone, on my screen.
Yeah, you surprised me when I was working at the Bellevue Post Office, and we went there. You planned it all out, and we went there that night. That was great. Feel free to do that more often. No complaints. So there's even a little movie theater right off the square. There's lots to do off the square. I really, really like how much stuff there is to do in Ocala.
There's another painted horse over here. You want to take a look
let's
at
go
it real
check out
quick?
that one. There's a sushi bistro. There used to be a big rug place, but you know rugs are bad.
Oh, rugs are bad.
So
Don't do rugs.
they got rid of the rug place. Oh, this one is pretty. Wow. It's got flowers and butterflies on it. Wow, that's beautiful. Life Force, Ruth McKinney. But all the horses will have a little plaque to let you know the artist. It's kind of hard with the sun.
Yeah, the sun's
Let's block it a
glaring
little
on
bit.
it.
It's really nice what they do. That lets the artist display some beauty on a horse. And if you look down there, we'll just peek around the corner real quick. You'll see the Marion Theater.
Oh, I can see it there in the distance. Yep.
That's actually right across the street from the Ivy House.
Oh.
Right? Right around the square, even if you go down the street, there's some little shops, eateries, lounges, a lot of cool stuff. I think once a month they do an artist show. It used to be the first Friday of the month, but I'm not sure. So if you want, go on the website and check it out. City of Ocala. There's lots to do.
This is a really good steakhouse, I've heard, too.
Yeah, Mark's Prime Steakhouse.
Bring your wallet, though, but it's supposed to be good.
Yep, I've heard it's worth the money, but I've never checked it out myself. So there's still a few things on the list here to do that I haven't done yet in Ocala. So you want to just do a quick walk around, and then we'll decide what we're eating for dinner, whether it be in Ocala or Levy. I'm not sure yet.
How about this road? I like this road.
Yeah, it's old-fashioned. You know what's neat is, again, during Christmas time when the horses are going down it, the clippity-clop on the old street.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just a great feel. You gotta love it.
There's the old Marion Theater right there. And right down here on the left is the Ivy House. Great place to eat if you're ever in Ocala. They have one in Williston, too.
Yes, they do, right across from the post office in Williston. But this one used to be located on Silver Springs Boulevard, and they moved it off to the square a couple years back. And it's beautiful inside, and the food is delicious. Good morning, world. Don't forget your coffee, though.
I think they only serve dinner, don't they?
Yeah, they're open 11 to 9. So you can get lunch or dinner.
Okay.
No breakfast. No breakfast. That's why they have a good morning. They get to sleep in, right?
That's right.
So we're behind Town Hall in Ocala, and I was telling you all about the splash pad. So I was hoping I could come over here and play like a little kid, but the sign says that Old Man Winter has it closed down.
This is the actual splash pad where the star is.
Yeah, and it's so much fun to come up here and play around when it's active, but Old Man Winter has it closed. Lady Spring will have it splashing around again by April. So I guess, you know, no dice. See, and when you want to activate, you just press the button.
See, wouldn't this be a cool idea for Otter Creek?
Let me give it a shot. Nope,
Not
no
working.
dice. I wanted to play in the water.
I know, right?
And they call this Citizen Circle. And like I said, I've been to some concerts that they've had. Some 93.7 had some country concerts back here. Sometimes the parks will do a movie where you can bring your chairs and watch a movie. They have a lot of cool stuff in Ocala.
Again, that's a town that cares about its citizens.